Alright guys, great news today for Wuthering Waves. We finally have our first estimated pull count for the entire version 3.6 update, and it's looking really good, as free-to-play players can obtain nearly over 100 total pulls completely free-to-play throughout the entire patch, even with some rewards that are still missing from the current pull count. So in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly where all these pulls come from, including the new events, the new content, endgame resets, login rewards, livestream codes, and everything else currently expected in version 3.6, every source. Also, if you guys do enjoy the pull count videos, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on those notifications, because I do these every single update. I also want to know how many ASTRITES do you currently have saved up for 3.6 for any of the upcoming characters. But alright, now let's not waste any time and get into it. We can start counting, starting with the most consistent source of ASTRITES, the daily missions. These are always the same every single update, so very easy to know the exact amount. Version 3.6 is the usual 42 days. Since daily missions give around 60 ASTRITES every single day, simply logging in and completing your dailies gives us roughly 2,520 ASTRITES. That's already around 15 to 16 limited pulls just from the dailies alone. Plus we have the weekly rewards as well, which we can do, that offer another 160 ASTRITES per week. So completing this is very important, because across the entire patch you can gain extra 960 ASTRITES from completing those as well. Now of course, if you have the LUNITE sub, the LUNITE subscription, you'll receive an extra 90 ASTRITES every day. Across those same 42 days, that comes to about 3,780 ASTRITES, a lot more than the dailies, and that's roughly another 24 pulls simply from the LUNITE alone. And remember, I'm also continuing the LUNITE subscription giveaway on this video to help you guys save up for 3.6. If you want to enter, simply be subscribed, like the video, and leave a comment down below. But as always, let's continue counting the free-to-play rewards first, before adding the paid options by the end of the video. And if you guys want to save up on LUNITES for the hype upcoming banners, check out this website called ENJOYGM. ENJOYGM offers discounted in-game top-ups for your favorite games, especially Wuthering Waves, with prices up to 20% off. The top-up process is also really simple. All you need is your UID and server, and you'll receive the LUNITES directly to your account within just a few minutes. They also provide 24/7 customer support and support global payment options, and they also have excellent reviews on the Trustpilot website, so feel free to check it out. It's safe and reliable. I've personally tried it myself. You can also apply the 8% off discount for new users to save even more on top-up. The final price may vary depending on factors such as region. So if you want to save on LUNITES, check out the link in the description and pinned comment down below. Alright, next up, the first time claimable rewards. Now unfortunately, unlike version 3.5, we don't have new expiration rewards yet. Unlike 3.5, where we got a bunch of ASTRITES through chests, puzzles, expiration rewards, and everything else across the map, this will naturally lower the pull count for the 3.6 update. However, if you still have expiration left over from 3.5, you can absolutely continue working through it during version 3.6, and we're not going to count those rewards as new 3.6 income. But we do have a few more mentions for first time claimable rewards, because we do have main story that got confirmed here. 2 new story chapters are expected to give around 300 ASTRITES in total. So the story will give us ASTRITES, and if I go lower here in these patch notes, we should be seeing, so yeah, right here, the new tactical hologram challenge. We get at least one of these every single patch, and they always give us around 120 ASTRITES, so I assume it's going to be the exact same rewards for this one, another extra 120. So with the dailies, the weekly resets, and the new content, the first time claimable rewards, we already have a pretty good amount to the pull count. We are now at around 3,780 ASTRITES, but we still have much left to cover in this video, so let's go over it. Next up, let's take a look at the limited time events. Now we don't have the exact rewards for every single event just yet. The patch notes for it did not come out. It should come out by next week. However, we can still have an estimate based on the previous patches. If we take a look at the new events they added here, we have about 6 new events in total confirmed already for version 3.6. I would say it's a bit lower than what we usually get. So with that, we're probably looking somewhere around 2,000 and 3,000 ASTRITES free to play from all of the version 3.6 events combined. Usually it's between 3,000 and 4,000, but unless they up the pull count at rewards for each of these events, I would say a estimate of 3,000 asteroids is what we can expect for the entire update of 3.6 from events alone. This includes the major flagship event along with all the other smaller side events releasing throughout the patch, and of course a big mention here is we have the return of co-op content in version 3.6 in the form of an event, so that gives players another event to participate in, while also providing additional rewards and materials throughout the entire 3.6 update. Once Kuro officially reveals every single event reward, we'll be able to get a much more accurate number, but for now, this is what we expect. Next up, now let's move on into the endgame content. This is counting all their resets, and there's actually quite a bit available, starting with the TOA, so the Tower of Adversity. Based on the current schedule, we have a minimum 1 reset of the TOA, which means they'll give us another 800 astrite. We also got the Wuthering Waves, which is even better because here it says we expect it to reset at least twice throughout the patch, meaning 802 times over the entire update for 1,600 astrites in total. Then we have the Fantasies of 1,000 Gateways, which resets every single week. Across version 3.6, that comes to roughly a extra 960 astrites. So altogether, endgame content alone is expected to provide roughly over 3,000 astrites. To be more accurate, 3,360 astrites free to play from the endgame resets, and it could be even higher if we have the extra TOA reset as well. But from this tells us that keeping up with the endgame activities throughout the entire patch is probably the best way to gain some easy pulls. Now let's look at the login rewards. Version 3.6 will also have the usual update login rewards as well, giving us 5 Radiant Tides and 5 Lustrous Tides, which is on top of the astrites that can be obtained from simply logging in 7 days. So those pulls can be included within the overall estimated pull count that we'll go over at the end. We also have a few other mentions here for some other sources. We got the character trials. From what we saw, we have a lot of new characters coming out in version 3.6 with the reruns and the brand new 2 characters. We're looking at around 100 astrites in total for completing every trial, which is 20 each. Then last mention here is the maintenance compensation and the live stream. So the maintenance and the in-game rewards expect to give us around 900 astrites. And we can also count the version 3.7 live stream in this update, as it'll still come out within the last few weeks of the patch with the new codes, the redemption codes that provide around 300 astrites. Alright, now let's do the full pull count of everything we just went over in this video. Here I have the version 3.6 estimated astrite pull count summary. Starting if you're completely free-to-play player, you can obtain up to 12,290 astrites, plus 12 limited pulls, 18 standard, and 7 weapon pulls. I forgot to mention the shop resets as well, which give 7 pulls of each. This is where these 7 weapon banner pulls come from. We got the LUNITE sub on top of the free-to-play, which gives 16,070 astrites, and the rest is the same. And then we have the LUNITE plus the Bomb Pass. In total, you can obtain up to 16,750 astrites, 17 limited, 20 standard, and 7 weapon banner pulls. But remember, this is still an early estimate. We still have rewards that could change once the full patch info comes out. I'm sure there's additional asterisks that are missing, so there's a very good chance the final version 3.6 pull count ends up being much higher. As more info come out, I'll make another updated pull count with the final numbers once everything becomes official. This will conclude the first 3.6 pull count video. Stay tuned for the next one, and if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on the updated pull count version once that comes out. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.